What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Virzi Effect Podcast Show. My name is Paul Virzi, and you guys are listening to episode number, what is this? This is 629. I want to thank everybody who, let's just make sure we got it. We're doing this here correctly. You know, guys, there's no producer when I'm in my home. We are in the garage studio here at the Virzi compound, Virzi Enterprises. And chain's got to come out, right? Boom. There it is. Got to come out when the hoodie's not up. It's just what it is. Someone's going to come and fix your chain. That's going to drive me nuts. So I'll fix the chain. There you go. Episode 629. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the show. I want to thank everybody for your kind words about the Lisa Ann episode. Shout out to Lisa Ann. Her wine was fucking incredible. My wife had the red, said it was very good. I did not have the red. I'm not a white wine drinker. I had it the other night. The white wine was spectacular. One of the best white wines I've ever had. Lisa by Lisa Ann. Check that out. Great episode. It did fantastic. The Tank Sinatra episode is out right now. Funny conversation with Tank. Check that out. A clip should be coming out. This one here, let me just make sure the audio is working properly here, because if it's not, we got a problem. Okay. Wanted to let you guys know that this episode will be a shorter episode. I have to talk about the New York Knicks trade. All right. So if you don't like sports, you might not love this episode. It's not going to be too long. I'm just going to get into that a little bit. I'm going to get into the NFL a little bit. Okay. Nothing with the picks. We're going to do that on Anything Better. And then I also am going to talk about big announcement with my special. As you guys know, I think I have mentioned it before, but it is now official. The trailer is already out, guys. And I'll be honest with you, I'm asking for your guys' help on this episode. Like I said, I don't do Patreon. I don't ask for donations. I do this because I love talking shit to my fans. I love just, being on here and giving you guys a different perspective of me other than when I'm on stage. Hopefully you enjoy it, but this is a big deal for me because I put up my own money for this special. It's called Paul Virzi, Reasonable Man. October 8th, Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is available right now. The trailer is up all over my social media. The trailer is up on my new YouTube channel. What's crazy about this one is I'm not putting this on a big YouTube channel. I'm not putting this on 800 Pound Gorilla. I'm not putting this on All Things Comedy. I am putting this on my new revamped, and we really just revamped it. I've had the page created for years, but we haven't really been going hard with the page until probably the last 2 months. And so I'm hopefully this special will really kind of launch it and get people to watch. Like I said, I put up my own money for this special. And people are saying they love it. My agent says it's better than my Netflix. I'm really, it's all my stuff. So it's weird for me to say. I don't know how to say that, but I really just ask you guys to subscribe to the channel. Just hit the subscribe button, give it a watch, give it a review if you like it, ignore it if you don't. But I appreciate that because I'm kind of doing grassroots. I want to do my own thing. Eventually, my Comedy Central special will be on that channel. My Netflix special will be on that channel. Virzi Effect full episodes on that channel, and clips of me on podcast appearances and TV shows will also be on that channel. So it's basically going to be a one-stop shop for Paul Virzi stuff. If you want to go down that rabbit hole, if you got good taste, you will. But that's all I'm asking, guys. I'm super excited about it. I'm not even nervous. I know it's going to take time to grow. I know that this is not going to be something like right out of the gate. But what we can do right out of the gate is if all you guys watch it and give it a listen, the first couple nights it comes out would be really, really huge and mean a lot to me. You guys have been so great to me, and I can't do this. None of this happens without you. I would never have taken this chance if it wasn't for you guys. And if you could just tell a friend, all you need to do is go hit the subscribe button. And if you don't hit the subscribe button, watch the special. It would mean a lot to me. I'm excited about it. It's been months, and you know what? I just if people want to know why are you doing this? I guess I guess um everybody is saying no to the special. That's really not the case. So many platforms and streaming services did not see the special. I just don't want to deal with other people's timing. I don't want to deal with waiting. I don't want to deal with, oh, we like it, but maybe next year would, like that's happened. My Comedy Central special came out a year after. My Netflix special came out 9 months after. You're at the mercy of these executives going, oh, would he do it like next year or like November of 25 or like, would they do? And it's just like, I don't, there was a couple that said, no, they didn't say no. There was one place I knew that would say no because of who the executive is there and some of the content. Also, look, this special may offend some people. This special may offend some people. This special, I go at everything. I'm just free talking. And, again, I just wanted to do it myself. And there was something really freeing about not having to wait, not having to be at the mercy, because if you send it to everywhere and then you got to wait and get notes, and I just didn't want to do it. I want my people to see it when I want them to see it. I want the people to come out to the shows, and there you go. So reasonable man. I said my piece. See, I'm a reasonable man. October 8th on the Paul Virzi only. That's it. It's the Paul Virzi YouTube channel. It's the only place you could get it. The Paul Virzi YouTube channel, October 8th, Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hit that subscribe button, give it a watch, and tell a friend. That's where I'm at right now. I'm trying to build my own shit up right now, and I want to make my own movies. Like I said, I want to make my own content, and I just want to build up the channel and just do that. And that's what I'm looking to do. All right. So there you go. Sorry about the lawnmowers. Of course, it's landscaping day as I do the Virzi effect here. Is it too bright? Let's see if we darken it a little bit. Is that better? Nah, that's all right. All right, let's get into this. Oh my God, dude, I mean, right when I sit down, right when I sit down. All right, sorry about that, man. I got people reaching out during this shit. Talk about the Knicks trade for a little bit. Everybody was hitting me up. I was actually on stage in Tampa. Oh my God, how do I do that? How do I not start this by thanking the people in Tampa? Um, if you came to see me at Size Splitters in Tampa last weekend, thank you, thank you, thank you. It was I didn't know if I was going to literally the day I went. We obviously missed the show on Thursday because a hurricane was there. Friday, places were flooded out. Didn't know if I was going to get there. The Tampa airport was closed until the late morning. I had a connection in Atlanta, which where the tropical storm was. Thanks, Delta. But then I was able to get into Tampa, did not know what to expect. And I got to tell you, for all the circumstances going on, people not having power, people, roads being flooded, bridges being closed. First show Saturday almost sold out. Was it the first show Friday looked great. Late shows still good for what we were dealing with. And I didn't know if I thought there was going to be barely 20 people to show. I'm working on material, so I went anyway. We almost canceled it, but I'm like, you know what? If it's opened and I could get there, let's go. I'm a professional. Let's fucking do it. And the people there were amazing. I want to thank all the people that came out and saw me like 3 or 4 times, in a row. People taking pictures. This is the third time. This is the fourth time. So many amazing people and so much love. Really, so much love from the people in Tampa. I mean, what is this guy doing? Fucking weed whacking next to my window? I'm sorry. Anyway, I mean, this is fucking nuts. Anyway, thank you guys so much, man. It meant the world. There were so many Virzi Effect fans. There were so many Bone to Pick fans, Anything Better fans, and just fans of my stand-up and everything. So If you came out to Tampa side splitters, it means the world. I'm coming back probably sooner than later because of that storm. And if I come back, a lot of the material you saw me do was kind of the tip of the ice, like was just starting out. So that material is going to be repolished, and I can't wait to get back there hopefully sooner than later. So thank you so much, Tampa. I get off stage in Tampa and I find out the news that Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo have been traded to the Minnesota Timberwolves for Karl Anthony Towns. Now, Randall's time, here's my thoughts on it. I processed it for a few days. I had to really kind of process everything that was going on. Okay. What it was is Randall has not been happy with the Knicks, I think, for some time. I think the injury was maybe the tip of the iceberg. They bring in all these other people. He's really not the focal point anymore. It was amazing when this fucking guy's weed whacking next to the window. This guy's fucking weed whacking. So the Randall thing, he had some issues with the fans back and forth. He was a moody guy. He'd walk off the court real quick if he was not in a mood. I think he didn't gel as much with the teammates, basically, from what I was seeing and from what I heard. Okay, Randall for Karl Anthony Towns all day. Karl Anthony Towns, 7-footer who hits 3-pointers. He's a big presence. We lost Hartenstein. You need that. Mitch Robinson's not reliable health-wise, so you need that. Dante DiVincenzo leaving hurts. Why? Because he's a white Italian kid who hits threes. No, I'm kidding. It always helps though. Let's be honest, when you see an Italian, for me to see an Italian kid hitting threes at the Garden, I'm going to be biased. I'm sorry. I just am. By the way, if he was black and Italian too, Italian is the thing. But I think that my initial dislike of the trade was not having Dante be able to come off the bench and put up threes. Now, I took my son. It was a big deal for us. I went to the Knicks game and they were like, hey, we're putting some celebrities on the big screen in the fourth quarter. We'd love to do that. And I'm like, yeah. And it was towards the end of the year last year. We were playing the Detroit Pistons. We're like right by courtside. And Dante hits 11 3-pointers and breaks the record of a Knick at the Garden. And it was amazing. So to lose that, but then I'm hearing he was unhappy because he would be taking a little bit of a lesser role on this new team. And like I said, I think they're going to get shooters to make up for some of it. And we got the big man that we wanted, which I'm hearing now the Knicks wanted for months and months at the draft. They wanted him, the final puzzle piece to put together a championship run team. So look, I have to be happy with it. I think the Knicks got the better of the trade, especially if Dante was going to be coming off the bench. So, yeah, at first you're like, oh my God, Randall and Dante, they were like really big parts. But we got far in the playoffs with Randall being hurt, which shows that we can compete. Shout out to Julius Randle for coming to the Knicks when nobody did. He kind of stayed there and was like the staple there for the first few years. He was there for 5 years. We made some playoff runs with him, and Dante coming out and hitting more threes than any Knick in history last year. Shout out to those guys. Wish them well in Minnesota. But I think the Knicks got their man as far as the last piece. We have the defense. It seems like we have the offense with Brunson and now Cat and some other role players. We'll see what happens, but look, that's what I got to say. I mean, I just feel like the Knicks did something, and who am I? I'm a comedian. Leon Rose has done this. Leon Rose got us 1 game away from the Eastern Conference Finals with 4 of our starters out. So who am I to say anything? I just hope for the best. I know the Garden's going to be rocking, and that's the way that I have to look at it. I criticized Karl Anthony Towns a couple times. I thought he was a little soft. And then my son was like, Dad, you got to cut this shit out now. He's a Knick now. You got to cut this cat hate out. Not hate, but I don't know what you want me to do. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. He's got to step up. He's got to be tough. He's playing in New York. He can't, so, that zesty shit doesn't fly. That little kid shit. Like, oh my God. Like, yeah, fucking, oh my God, you're going to get fucking rocked down low under the rim if you don't toughen up. You're in New York. You're a 7-footer. You got to bang with Joel Embiid again. Let's go. So I'm hoping that that's what happens. I'm looking forward to it. And you lose a big kind of piece of the Knicks the last 5 years, but I think it had to happen. So there you go. I said my piece with that. I also want to say this. Okay. I wasn't going to talk about this, but I got a little, this is going to be a shorter podcast, but I got a little time. Okay. The Giants, Malik Neighbors, that hurt. The Cowboy thing hurt. Oh my God. Um, right there to win that game, and we can't put it in the end zone. We had more time of possession. I think we had more yards. I think everything, all the categories, and we couldn't punch it in. And then at the end of the game, Malik Neighbors, we're going down to get a touchdown. Malik Neighbors gets a concussion after being the most productive 3 games of any rookie or ever or some shit. I don't know, but um, hopefully he can bounce back and the Giants can salvage something of a season. Um, you know, going to Daniel Jones, I'll get to what I was going to say in a second, but you guys know I've been a defender of Daniel Jones. I've said that Daniel Jones has had an unbelievable season 2 years ago. He was 9-8, which in a tough division, went to a 13-win road playoff team. I mean, it was on the road against a 13-win playoff team, and we won that game. He was almost immaculate in that. All the things that I've said about him with the lack of protection, he hurt his neck, hurt his knee. He's got happy feet. But I will say this. He missed a couple throws that concerned me, and they were throws where he was not under pressure. One was a free play where he's got to throw the ball 55, 60 yards, and we win the game maybe. We get a touchdown in that situation, and he underthrew 2 times, which tells me, one, it was a free play and he didn't get everything under it. He didn't have the urgency because it was a free play. So he maybe just didn't let it go. That's an excuse. I don't know. But the other thing that I worry about is if the neck injury and the knee injury are forcing him, something is off the ball now. He's got a little less. The neck and the shoulder, obviously, you feel that. I don't know. But there was a couple of long balls that he should have just let go and overthrew everybody that an NFL quarterback has to do that he did not make. If that is the case, then he's got to go and there's a problem. I don't know. I'm going to chalk it up to 2 bad throws in that game, and hopefully they can continue to protect him. They're not doing that bad of a job this year. But some of my friends who criticize him, I was even like, look, if he can't throw that long ball and he can't let it go past the defender and past everybody and try to have his wide receiver run past everybody and get it, if he can't throw that ball, then there's a big problem. And then I can't defend. And that's what I saw. We'll see what happens against Seattle, but it just did not look good with his arm, and I hope it's not from a neck injury. Now, I wanted to talk about this vice presidential debate with J.D. Vance and Tim Walz. I got to be honest with you. It felt more civil and more American than the bullshit that we've seen with back and forth and all kinds of shit. I don't care where you stand politically. All right. I don't care where you stand politically. Tim Walz, a little bit of a, he's a little bit of a fucking, waving around and fucking clapping, and he's a little fucking nuts. I'm not going to lie. He's got a little bit of that vibe of but I will say JD Vance, I thought was fucking fantastic during it. I know people are going to talk about the 1 or 2 things because that's what people do when somebody is so, spot on. But I got to be honest, and say, I thought that JD Vance was just calm. It was one of those things where even during the question, you're like, he's got this, Tim Walz, not bad, looked a little nervous, looked a little, whatever. He's got that old dad energy of with the facial expressions and his eyes and shit. He's got a little bit of that going on. But you guys know me if you listen to the show, and you know that I'm a very kind of can't we just think logically? Can't we come together, have a beer together and think logically? And it really felt like those two could have done that. It really felt like when they were I kind of agree with what he's saying, but I disagree here. It seemed like what America used to be in the 80s and 90s when you didn't like somebody and you didn't like their policies, but you would just go and vote in this instead of he's fucking, I'm a 6 handicap and I saw his swing and he's fucking stupid and he's although those things are funny and I've laughed at them a lot, I just, it was like the first time in years where I saw a debate where I'm going, oh, okay, this is kind of America. This is what America should be. Like, I can, it was almost like Bobby Kelly was saying, like, that should have been the presidential debate. And I kind of felt a little bit like that. It just felt like more normal, because I'm going to be honest with you. Donald Trump is going to criticize and talk about all the good things he did. And I'm not saying that he didn't, but that his whole thing is, I did this the best and everybody knows it. That that's the angle there. And Kamala Harris is just going to say, thank you. I grew up in a middle-aged home. It's like, shut the fuck up. So did all of us. So did most of us. She's got no answers for shit. And Trump just kind of praises himself and talks about. So it's like watching this vice presidential debate seemed cool because it was like the first time where I'm listening to two people going like, what, even if I disagree with that guy, I kind of like don't hate him. I kind of am like, you know what? This is just a guy that loves his country on both sides. And then you get the people, I was doing bone to pick with Bobby, and my bone was people that just have the same stance every time on Twitter or every time on social media. It's just like nothing new. Finding something wrong with Trump, finding something wrong with Vance. When Vance does something wrong, good, still wrong. And the same with the other people. Well, the left did this. The left hates the country. The left wants war. The left's going to do like all of those things. And even if there's truth within all of that, have an open mind or something. And it just felt like this, or be able to see the other side. And it kind of felt like that's what this debate was. I did laugh though every time Vance said something. Waltz just looked at a notebook, and he was just doodling. He was just like he was literally like he was going. It's like, what are you writing? What are you writing? He said something, and all of a sudden you're writing. I think it was like this nervous, uncomfortable thing to do. Uh, Imagine doing that with your wife. She's like, "You don't do the dishes. You haven't cleaned." I'm like, just writing the shit down. Uh, you know, it was almost too good. They were almost too good. Well, thank you, Carol, for the question. I appreciate that, as do the American people. But here's the thing, like I wish, I wish it's just, oh man. I mean, I think that that's what people do like about Trump is it's so not that. But then to go back to that was kind of like refreshing because like your friends can't argue. Like I could never argue like that. Could you imagine if you and your friend were debating and the fucking monitor and it was about like who pays too much to eat, right? Like the question is who pays too much to eat? This guy, he says he pays too much and this guy doesn't pick up the bill and the other one says it. And the lady's like, you know, Mr. Virzi, Tim Walls here. So no, I won't use Tim Walls because then it's going to look like I'm doing a political thing. So I'd be like Joe Smith. Mr. Virzi, next question is about who pays the bill more. Your counterpart here, Mr. Smith, says that he pays more of the bill than you do. I'd be like, because he's a fat fuck who always wants to go out and eat when I don't. And I get a snack and he gets a full meal. Fuck him. He knows what he did. Fuck, you know what you did. You know what you did because you want to keep eating, you fat, and the debate would be over. The debate would be over. Like, I can't, you know. Like, I don't even know how these guys, the way they're talking about abortion and everything. Well, thank you for the question. And look, we know we have a problem, but these whores got to stop. No, I'm kidding. Uh, these, these bitches are wild. No. Yeah. So it was just a refreshing thing for me to see. I didn't watch the whole debate. I think I caught the last 35 minutes of it, and it just seemed cordial. It seemed like it was more like, all right, like, but I'll tell you what it did do. And I think that everybody should take solace in this. What it did do was it kind of let me know that whoever does win, it's not going to be, I hope. But whoever does win or lose, I don't think it's going to be as bad as people think. Like, I don't think it's go, oh, we lost the country, everything is over, we're going to war, everyone's gonna die. This, I don't think it's gonna be that. I guys, I said it once and I'll say it again. The United States presidential system, our governing system, it's a 4-year system. And then if it's a really good job and things are good, people want it again, and it's 8 years, and then you're out, and then the person could repeal everything that you just did. It is set up like that on purpose. So I don't worry as much. I really don't. I don't worry as much. And I think that people need to calm down, and seeing those two somewhat, those two politicians be somewhat level headed and kind of on the same page with a lot of things except a few was kind of reassuring and made me feel like, all right, as a tax paying citizen with children in this country, there is some, like, okay, it's not going to be that bad. Um, you know, when I watch, other politicians, I'm going, this person can't answer a question. This person can't answer a fucking question, or this person is just, it's just, I said on stage in Tampa, I was like, there's nothing wrong with saying that both people do things that drive you nuts. And God help us all. And let's just hope we could get through this together. That's all. Um, that being said, Kamala Harris needs to answer a fucking question. Can I be honest? I mean, I don't care if you like her or not. I would say this about Trump too. You know, um, Honestly, and some people may get mad at this, but the one thing that when I watch, what drives me nuts about Trump is he's narcissistic and he just keeps praising himself. Um, but he'll kind of answer a question where Kamala Harris is around the question, you know? And again, this is not a political podcast. You guys know that. I'm talking more positively about the debate, but like it looked like these two vice presidential candidates at least had answers or talked about things where, like, you know, Kamala Harris, she's fucking, I mean, I never seen something like that. I never seen somebody like go like, "Hey, what are you going to do? You've been in the White House for a while. What are you going to do to really help the price of things go down?" And she goes, "Thank you for the question. Look, my mother came here when we were and it's just like, you don't have a fucking answer. You don't know what the fuck you're doing, man. And you got to fix that. You got to fix that." So, like I said, God help us all. I said this last election, I'll say it again. I hope the best person for the job gets it, and I hope that the country is fine after that person is done. That's all you could ask for. But it was nice to see, because I'll be honest with you, when I saw Tim Walz walk out at the convention, the what is it, the Democratic convention, I mean, he looked like he was about to fucking start kicking off an aerobics class. I mean, he looked like he was just about to, hit the radio on and start skipping, start doing yoga and shit. Like he looked, I don't know if they told him to tone that shit down, but he looked a little bit more normal. When he was like, "Yeah, I'm just a dad. I go hunting. I want this, I want that." Like he seemed like he was agreeing with some things the other guy was saying. The other guy was agreeing with some things he was saying. I'm glad it was like that, because when he first came out, I thought he was gonna, dude. There was a clip that said Tim Walz coming out to the debate, and it was Chris Farley coming out on Letterman, screaming down the aisle, grabbing people, picking people up, doing cartwheels. I was crying, laughing, and but I didn't see that with this what's it called, with this debate. So there you go, guys. Watch my special. Some of you are going to be offended. I make fun of politicians. I talk about abortion. I talk about Barbie dolls with ailments. I talk about people with disabilities. I talk about my family. I talk about a bunch of things that bother me. I had a fun time with it. It was just me. Check it out, October 8th. And there you go. This was more of an update version of TVE. I will be back in studio with a couple of more guests soon. Don't know if that's going to be next week or if that's going to be the week after that. But thank you guys. Please get the Virzi Effect everywhere you get your podcasts, iTunes, Spotify. Click the subscribe button. I just made it blurry. All that shit. do the rate and review it only if it's a positive one, and that moves the show to the top, and we're going to just keep rolling with this. And please like and subscribe and go to my YouTube channel. I know that there is a bunch of you that did not subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am asking you to tell friends about it, because I'm a reasonable man, and that is a reasonable special, and it is out October 8th, Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on the Paul Virzi YouTube channel. Click it, like it, watch it again, send it to a friend. Where am I going? I'm going to be at the brokerage in Long Island, October 18th and 19th, everybody. I'm coming to Strong Island. Oh my God, Paulie's here. He's going to get the good pizza and bagels. Come and see me in Long Island. I almost just said it like them. In Long Island, Brokerage Comedy Club, October 18th and 19th. Then where am I going? Where am I going? I got shit going on. Where am I going after that? Then I'm going to be in Munich, Germany. If you know anybody in Munich, if you're going to the Giants, Panthers in Munich, come out to the show. I'll be at the Fat Cat that Friday night, November 8th, the Friday before the football game. So you got to come out and check me out in Munich. It's going to be a great time. All right. Then we're going to, where are we going? We're going to the Comedy Connection in Rhode Island. We got a bunch of stuff coming up. Go to paulvirzi.com for all dates. If you want me at a show, request me. I love you guys. Check out all the new clips, guys. I got a bunch of new clips out there too. And I think I might have an announcement of a little show you guys might be seeing me on. So we'll see. I love you guys. I'll see you next week on Virzi Effect. Thank you.